What is up, everybody? It's e.bjjcomicnut coming at you with another video. Some more drama for your mama. You heard me right. I was going to keep my mouth shut for various reasons, but there's a situation where now I just can't. And with that being said, we're going to talk about it right after the intro. All right, guys, before we do anything, what I would love for you to do is go down to the bottom, hit subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment, and you know what? Engage with this conversation, because this is a no-no within the YouTube community. We are going to talk about something that is very disagreeable within the community, very disgusting, distasteful, awful, dreadful, horrible, terrible, vile, foul, abominable, frightful, loathsome, unkind, unpleasant. I'm just going to go through all the words, man. So the other day, I'm pretty sure everybody knows and has seen, particular YouTuber decided that they were going to take it upon themselves to mass flag another YouTuber. There are some unspoken rules in YouTube, and one of them is you don't do that. You don't send your people to mass flag. It's one thing to copy strike if somebody's stealing your content, but no content is being stolen. Fair use is definitely the definition of what is going on here. So I'm gonna just put this video right now so you can see what I'm talking about. Mr. Ink, the badass editor, roll it.
She can't live stream me either, so please report her video. If she's live streaming me, if she's got me on, please report her video. All right, well, I'll do it from my computer. That's a violation of terms of service. Like,
so as you can see, straight from the horse's mouth, the vile action of sending mass people. And you know what's crazy is that the people are just like, derp, 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 derp. I'm going to go do this because I'm fucking following. Come on, man. You don't do that. It's something that you just don't do. You know what? If you don't like it, that's too bad, man. The TOS explains exactly what it is. It's fair use. It's fair game. That was just something that was really distasteful. And then on top of that, we have some more vile action. None other than who does it? Somebody that I've never talked about. Somebody I've never really cared to talk about because, you know, whatever. But here it is. Look at this comment that is also distasteful. Tito, throw it up.
please report her video. Please report her video.
So you can't say that he doesn't take an active role in disgusting actions. You cannot say that he does not take action in being vile. That is not cool. Again, I was going to keep my mouth shut, but this is one particular action that I cannot keep quiet on because it is disgusting and vile. It is horrible in all of its core content. If you see here, put it up now, the TOS, so we can read exactly what it is. All right, so we're going to put up, I'm going to put in the bottom, in the description, so you can click on it and look it for yourself. So that way no one can say that I've been editing or messing with any of this. So in YouTube's TOS, we're going to put it up real quick on the screen, and I'm going to read while it's on the screen. Do me the favor, Tito, throw that up there for me. So terms of service, if we scroll down to, or not scroll down, if we go down and what we'll see is permissions and restrictions. You may access and use a service as made available to you, as long as you comply with this agreement and applicable law. You may view or listen to content for your personal non-commercial use. You may also show YouTube videos through the embedded YouTube player. So if we go down to number 7, misuse, any reporting, flagging, complaint, dispute, or appeals process, including by making groundless, vexatious, or frivolous submissions. So that means false flagging, okay? False flagging. That is exactly what happened. Now, let's just go online and see if we can see a lawyer that's talked about that. My lawyer has already discussed this with me. He doesn't want to come on camera because he just thinks that the whole situation is stupid and he has better shit to do with his life. All right, guys, so let's read along as I just pop this up so you guys can see. So as you can see, this is from CMSI, Center for Media and Social Impact, a school of communication. This is pretty much them breaking down the law. So, best practices. 1. Commenting on or critiquing of copyright material. Video makers often take as their raw material an example of popular culture, which they comment on in some way. They may add unlikely subtitles. They may create a fan tribute, positive commentary, or ridicule a cultural object. Negative commentary. They may comment or criticize indirectly by the way of parody, for example, as well as directly. They may solicit critique by others, another panel, a panel member, who provide the commentary or add to it. A panel of 4, 5, 6, 8, 20, doesn't matter. Video makers have the right to use as much of the original work as they need to in order to put it under some kind of scrutiny. Let's read that again. Rewind it back, Tito. Video makers have the right to use as much of the original work as they need to in order to put it under some kind of scrutiny. Comment and critique are at the very core of fair use doctrine as a safeguard freedom of expression, so long as the maker analyzes, comments on, or responds to the work itself. That means may vary. Commentary may be explicit, as might be achieved, for example, by the addition of narration, or implicit, accomplished by the means of recasting or recontextualizing the original. In the case of negative commentary, the fact that the critique itself may do economic damage to the market for the quoted work as a negative review or a scathing piece of ridicule is irrelevant. There is a limitation to this, though. You should not be so extensive or pervasive that it ceases to function as critique. As long as you keep critiquing on it, you're okay. And if you allow the video to play 15 to 30 seconds and then you have a long segment of critique, you are fine. There is no actual law determining the length of usage in between critique. But just to save your ass, you might want to do, 30 seconds or less. Sometimes you can go a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit less, depending on what the individual is saying that you're listening to, depending on what the person you're saying is critiquing, okay? This page is actually recommended by my lawyer because it breaks it down to its fundamental compound. The use should not be so extensive or pervasive that it ceases to function as critique and becomes instead a way of satisfying the audience's taste for the thing that is being quoted. So if McDonald's is selling a McDonald's and I am selling a burger and I'm utilizing their hamburger or their commercial to sell my hamburgers while I'm doing some commentating, that's fucked up and that's not actually legal. Go figure. It's a fine line, but nobody's actually selling shit. In other words, the new use should not become a market substitute for the work or others' work like it. So therefore, you need to have a different target audience, or if it's not a different target audience, you need to be making sure that you're critiquing. That means it could be positive or negative, changing it to something completely different, which is commentary. So here we go again with this right here, which is absolutely crazy. I don't understand how people cry about that. People on Twitch do it all the time. They come, they watch YouTubers, they react to some of our silly videos, great videos, shitty videos, everything in between there, and they get paid. How does it happen? Because it's freaking legal. Some people just got to get off their fucking high horse and just live with it. It is what it is. Now, on the flip side, we can go back to the TOS, and on the TOS, we'll see that it's actually not cool, that it's actually you're actually breaking the rules of the company. So remember that a company's rules cannot over-encompass or pass the boundaries of the law. So if the law says that on the left you're allowed to go to 2 and on the right you're allowed to go to 2, you as the company cannot go to 3 and 3 because then you are infringing upon the rights of the individual. Did I explain that good or no? Anyway, again, I've read this once before. I'm going to read it again just so dramatic factor. Okay? We already know that it's permissions and restrictions, and it's number 7, misuse of any reporting, flagging, complaint, dispute, or appeals process, including by making groundless, vexatious, or frivolous submissions. TOS. So where the fuck are you, YouTube? What are you doing? Nothing. As usual. Anyway, guys, I hope this has put it a little bit more in perspective, and I hope it cools some individuals' heels that think that their high horse is fucking cool. Hopefully this is the video that I've earned your subscription And if I've done so, do me a favor, go down to the bottom, hit subscribe. After you do that, hit the like button, hit the little bell button as well for that notification. And remember, even if you thumbs down my video, which you probably will, YouTube doesn't give a shit. They see it as interaction. And you're not hurting my ego because I don't give a shit. Peace! And thank you for watching and subscribing.